Sucks. What is up, Finn fans? Another loss. 6 in a row now. 6 in a row. Who remembers last year when we were like, 6-game winning streak after going 3-3? It was looking real promising, or it was like a 5-game winning streak or something like that. Now we're on a 6-game losing streak. We're going to talk about that, talk about all the good, the bad. With today's game, real quick, though, I got to shout out some new members. Mariah Elsman, Barry J. Whitted, and Michael Deirdrick. Thank you guys so much for joining the membership. If you'd like to join, it's that join button next to the subscribe. Or if you'd like to join the Patreon, that is also linked in the description. Let's jump into the stats. Like always, we'll start with the away team. We have Matt Ryan, 25 for 40, 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. I wouldn't really call that an interception. It was. Xavier Howard got the interception. But it was more of a, I didn't have the ball, and then I rolled over, and he took it from me type situation. Cordell Patterson, 14 carries for 60 yards, 1 touchdown, 4.3 yards a carry. Mike Davis, 4 carries for 10 yards. Kyle Pitts, 7 catches, 163 yards, and no touchdowns. I almost said 8 touchdowns. It was 8 targets. Russell Gage, 4 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 3 catches, 35. Calvin Ridley, 4 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. And then we look at the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, 32 for 40, 291 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions, and we will talk about those. Myles Gaskin, 15 carries for 67 yards. He actually had a pretty decent day. Tua Tagovailoa, 4 carries for 29 yards. He actually injured one of their safeties. We'll talk about that. Savon Ahmed, 7 carries for 26 yards. Mike Gesicki is the leading receiver, 7 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Re-sign that man. Before the season's over, the Miami Dolphins need to re-sign Mike Gesicki. Jalen Waddle, 7 catches for 83 yards. Durham Smythe, 3 catches for 27. And then, I don't remember. Matt Collins, though, Isaiah Ford, and Myles Gaskin with touchdowns, 3 touchdowns there. But looking at this game, it's messy, to say the least, right? I'll get to Tua. Don't worry, I'll get to Tua, because I know a lot of people want to talk about Tua and how he played. I'll get to Tua. But they come out, they have their normal drive of a touchdown. I think since Tua started, 3 of the last 4 games he played had an opening drive touchdown. But then all of a sudden they just stall. And then they make dumb play calls. They make dumb play, and it just stops. Go up by 7, then we give them 3, and then it just stops, right? 3 and out on defense, fantastic. Then 3 and out on offense, not fantastic. 3rd and 3, Adam Butler misses a tackle that would have gave us the ball back. And just him, Andrew Van Ginkel, Brennan, Landon Roberts, all are horrible at tackling. The tackling on this team is just atrocious. I will get to that. I have notes that I literally wrote with exclamation points, but I kind of want to talk about pivotal plays. Hey, we kicked that field goal. If that field goal goes through, we actually would have won this game. But apparently the offensive line for the special teams just wanted to duck their head down. I think it was Jesse Davis. I don't know who the other guy was. Blocked field goal. That really screwed us there. There's so much I want to say. My brain is just so frustrated. Preston Williams, he has the hands of concrete. Ridley wasn't touched on his touchdown pass. No pass rush. I think we had like 1 or 2 sacks on the day. Other than that, Matt Ryan had infinite time in the pocket to just wait for plays to develop, wait for guys to get open, just tear us down. I will say this, though. Let's talk about positives. I'm talking about too much negatives. Let's talk about positives. 4 touchdowns from Tua. That's a positive, right? The rushing, when they stuck with it, was good. We actually had a good run game in this game. They just didn't stick with it. Sprinkle a little negative on that positive, but that is good. Tua breaking ankles, and then 23 on the Falcons. You know, Tua needed that first, trying to make the tackle. Tua bounces off the tackle, gets the first down, and 23 gets injured. Tua, again, I'll talk about Tua in a second, but love or hate the kid, you got to say he's got heart. Tua's got heart. He fights hard. He bounces back from his stupid mistakes. He's got heart, and you want to pull for the kid. And again, I will talk about him in a second. Fumble, right? Perfect. Fumble. We get the ball on their 40, and then 2 penalties back to back to back. But we did convert, and we did score a touchdown that really, really, really did help us. It was just messy. And this is where I'm going to start talking about the things I want to talk about. The coaching. Brian Flores. I like Brian Flores. I think Brian Flores, if he would have made the playoffs last year, would have won Coach of the Year last year. But here's my thing about Brian Flores and Chris Grier, and here's my thing about maybe it's time to move on. How many draft picks in the first 2 rounds for the past 2 years? How much cap space? And I think I'm going to do a full video kind of like breaking it down and seeing where they did this and that, and what they could have, and, maybe talk about it more. But you go 10-6 last year, 5-11, 10-6 last year, and you put this on the field. You put what we're seeing on the field. Now, there's flashes of good. We scored 28 points, right? Defense gets 2 turnovers. There's flashes of good, but then there's the stupid things, right? There's no discipline. The tackling it's not even bad. It's worse than bad, the tackling. Stop, for the love of everything. And if you were watching the live stream, you heard me scream it 1,000 times. And I even wrote it with an exclamation point. Stop running zone defense. On critical 3rd down, stop running zone defense, because the opposing receivers, mostly tight ends, because our linebackers are garbage, find the soft spot in the zone and just plant themselves there, and it's an easy 1st down every time. Last year, we were one of the top stopping convert of 3rd downs on defense. Now we are the last. That is the other thing that needs to be addressed. What happened? We were one of the best defenses in the NFL last year. We are one of the worst defenses in the NFL this year. Is it Boyer? Is it Flores? Is it the talent we let go? Is it the talent we brought in? What is it? Because it's not working. We have no pass rush. Our linebackers are garbage. They can't tackle. They can't make hits. There's so many times where we could have had a tackle for a loss on a run or a tackle for 1 or 2, and they just keep churning for more and more yardage, to the point where the safeties have to come up and the corners have to help make the tackle to stop them. There's something happened. And I think my next video, I'm going to have to really sit down and look at what happened from last year to this year to get us where we are now at 1-6. Season's over. That's it. There was a little glimmer of hope. It's gone now. Season's over. There's no way there's no way we're beating the Bills. There's no way we're beating the Ravens. There's no way we're beating the Titans. Titans just demolished the Chiefs. There's no way. We just lost to the Jaguars and the Falcons. No way. Good on the Falcons. They're now 3-3. Season's still not lost, but we might not even beat the Giants, who just beat down on the Panthers. So the season's done. At this point, you need to start looking at what the future entails for the Miami Dolphins. Does that entail Brian Flores? Does it entail Chris Grier? Does that entail Tua Tagovailoa, Xavier Howard, Devontae Parker? That is a video I'm going to do tomorrow. The future of the Miami Dolphins. Look out for that tomorrow. I'm going to talk about who's going to be here, who's not going to be here, all that stuff. Look out for that tomorrow. Let's talk about Tua Tagovailoa, though. Right? 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He still had a good passer rating, which I think is funny. My thing with Tua, right? And it sucks because he's under this microscope because of what Joe Burrow's doing, what Justin Herbert's doing, and with Deshaun Watson looming over his head. He's under this microscope where he needs to make the plays. He needs to help this team win. He needs to perform his first 12 games better than he has done it. He has forced plays in this game that were dumb. The interception that was to Durham Smythe, he had a safety over the top, and he had I think it was the linebacker on his back, double covered. You shouldn't throw that ball. We were in the red zone. Worst case scenario, we got 3 there. We win this game, 31-30. You can't, and not even 30, because I think they probably would have, it would have been 37 because they would have had to score a touchdown. You can't make that mistake. And then we get the ball back. We're on their 30. Eat the clock up. Score points. He is getting sacked, has his own center in his face. And again, we'll do the film breakdown. Before he gets sacked, I bet you he saw Waddle. And he said, I'm going to get the ball to Waddle. It's going to be a first down. Worst case, it's more yards instead of the sack. And as he's going down, he thinks he's still there. I can get him, but he's not. You can't throw that. That's the decision that you need to take the sack. Now, again, he doesn't have the luxury, Tua, of having the rookie year. You know what I'm saying? He's just a rookie. He'll learn from that. He's just a rookie. He'll learn from his mistakes. Normally, yeah. Normally you have these games where you put up 4 touchdowns, but you have your 2 dumb interceptions, and they'll say, well, he's just a rookie, 12 games in. He's not a rookie. He's in his second year, but he's, let's just say it's just a rookie year, and he'll learn from his mistakes. He doesn't have that luxury because of the fact of the other 2 quarterbacks that were taken, how well they're playing, and due to the fact that there is a better option out there. There is more talent out there. If Deshaun Watson never did this whole situation with the Texans saying he wanted to be traded, I don't know if there would be such a quick turnover to get rid of Tua. I don't think you look at this game. Now, I'm still looking at this game saying, Tua, you threw 2 dumb interceptions. You got to do better. You got to help us win, not, help contribute to the loss. Because those 2 interceptions, on top of the defensive horrible play call, on top of the offensive line playing like crap, on top of the blocked field goal, there's a lot that contributed to the loss. Those 2 interceptions are a big part of it. On top of just letting the Falcons march right down the field and score and kick a field goal, where was the defense there? Why couldn't you've been getting stops all game. You couldn't get one more stop to help us win? That and the 2 interceptions were the biggest contributors to us losing this game. I'd say the 2 interceptions are a little bit more, because then we would have more points without the 2 interceptions. But without having the circumstances, he would be able to learn and grow from these mistakes. He does not have that luxury of learning and growing from his mistakes because Deshaun Watson is available. So, unfortunately for him, it's now or never, Tua. I don't care it's 12 games. I don't care it's 13 games. I don't care that down the road you can learn from these mistakes and actually become a good quarterback. It don't matter to me. Now or never. You threw 2 costly interceptions. I don't give a crap about the 4 touchdowns. Now or never. And that's just the way it is. To people who love Tua and want him to stay on the team, that's just the circumstance he's under right now. It's now or never with him because of what he's dealing with, because of the possibilities that are out there, and because of his other drafted quarterbacks. He doesn't have that normal luxury of a rookie, of a 12, 13 game starter. So, that being said, though, like I said, tomorrow's video, I'm going to break down what needs to happen, the future of the team, all that stuff. Me personally, I think Tua can still become a good quarterback. Like I said, scoring mistakes that he can learn from, and he can get better at. But it just sucks. It just sucks. And the season's over. 1-6. It's just, this team is worse. It seems like this team is worse than 2019's team, which not really, because we lost worse. But just what makes it worse and what makes it hurt more is that we went 10-6 last year. And we're on a 6-game losing streak. We're supposedly had the easiest rest of schedule. Now other people are looking at us saying, oh, we got to play the Dolphins. That's easy. I love you guys. Like I said, I'm not going to stop making videos. I didn't do it in 2019. I ain't going to do it now. How you doing? But I love you guys. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to go more in depth on the future of the team, what needs to happen, what happened, all that stuff. That's for tomorrow's video. But like usual, guys, stay classy. And fins up.